Today's podcast is going to discuss sleep disruption during perimenopause and menopause, where we dive into the science, experiences, and real solutions behind sleep and hormonal health. Today's episode is all about something that affects so many of us, that frustrating, sometimes nightly 3 a.m. awakening and poor sleep in general during perimenopause and menopause. Whether you are just noticing your sleep isn't what it used to be, or you're deep in the thick of sleepless nights, this episode is for you. Welcome to Menopause Nurse Memos, empowering midlife one memo at a time, the podcast where we tackle perimenopause and menopause topics head on, with honesty, empathy, and a whole lot of heart. I'm Vicky Ellison, a nurse for 33 years and an advanced menopause specialist nurse practitioner, an independent prescriber and founder of Calm Menopause and Wellbeing Clinic based in Appley Bridge. So what is happening to our sleep? Well, let's start with what is actually happening during perimenopause and menopause. And that is that during perimenopause, which are the years leading up to menopause, and then menopause itself, which is 12 months without a period, many women report a sudden change in their sleep patterns. The most common complaints are difficulty falling asleep, where you lay for hours feeling sleepy but seeing every hour of the night pass you by on your bedside clock. Frequent night waking, where you are in a deep sleep, then before you know it, you are wide awake and really you have only just fallen asleep. Waking up around 3 a.m. and struggling to get back to sleep. Feeling unrefreshed in the morning, causing that feeling of fatigue and tiredness throughout the day. You might be thinking, I used to sleep like a rock, and what has happened? Well, one word, and that's hormones. They are fluctuating and declining, causing this to happen from your late 30s. During perimenopause, estrogen and progesterone start fluctuating. Eventually, in menopause, estrogen levels drop significantly. It is the estrogen that affects how much melatonin we produce. And melatonin is the hormone that signals to our brain, hey, it's bedtime. So when estrogen drops, melatonin production can dip too, leading to difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. Progesterone, on the other hand, has a calming, sedative effect. It's sometimes called the natural Valium of the female reproductive system. When this drops, we feel it. Our anxiety may rise and our sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. And the other thing is cortisol, our stress hormone. This often spikes during the early morning hours, around 3 or 4 a.m. So if your estrogen and progesterone are low and cortisol is surging, your body is basically shouting, wake up, and this could be at 3 or 4 in the morning. If all this sounds familiar, hopefully you are starting to understand why suddenly there have been changes in your sleep pattern. Now, although hormones are a big part of this story, they aren't the only cause of sleep disruption during this phase. So let's look at a few other factors. Night sweats, also caused by fluctuating hormones, can confuse your body's internal thermostat. You overheat at night, causing you to wake up drenched, and once again you're wide awake. Mood changes, such as anxiety and depression, are common in perimenopause and menopause, and both are closely tied to poor sleep. Some women even describe a new sense of unease or restlessness that hits them at night. And an increase in bladder sensitivity, again caused by the reduction of estrogen production, which supports the tissues of the bladder and urethra. With its decline, some women experience more frequent nighttime urination, causing women to be up multiple times needing the loo for a wee. With weight gain can come sleep apnea, and that can be a risk. Did you know the risk of sleep apnea increases after menopause? And this is due to changes in weight distribution, neck muscle tone, and airway anatomy. So while hormones are the main players, they've got a supporting cast. Let's focus in on that strange and specific 3 a.m. awakening. This is often due to the body's circadian rhythm, our natural sleep-wake cycle. Cortisol, the stress hormone, starts to rise between 2 and 4 a.m. to help you wake up gradually. If your body is already under stress, hormonally or emotionally, this cortisol spike can feel more like an alarm than a gentle nudge. Plus, sleep architecture changes occur. We spend less time in deep sleep as we age, especially during menopause, and more in lighter stages of sleep, which means the lighter we sleep, the easier the awakening is. So now we know why it's happening, what can we do about it? Here are some evidence-based practical tips you can start tonight. Firstly, sleep hygiene. That's keeping your bedroom cool, dark and quiet. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends, and avoid screen times for at least an hour before going to bed. Limit alcohol and caffeine. Both can disrupt sleep, especially in perimenopause when your system is more sensitive. Caffeine after 2 p.m. is often too late. Exercise regularly. Even 20 to 30 minutes of walking daily helps regulate hormones and improves sleep quality. Just avoid intense workouts too close to bedtime. Managing your stress by using breathing exercises, meditation, or gentle yoga before bed. Even journaling can help settle a racing mind. Taking supplements can also help. Some women find relief from taking magnesium glycinate or ashwagandha, but always talk to your healthcare provider before starting anything new. You could consider HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy, and this can be transformative for many women with severe sleep issues. It's not for everyone, but it's worth a conversation with your doctor or menopause specialist practitioner. And cognitive behavioural therapy for insomnia is one of the most effective long-term treatments for sleep problems. There are therapists and even online programs that specialise in this. If you are waking at 3 a.m. most nights, you are not alone. It's incredibly common and it is treatable. Please don't let anyone tell you it's just part of getting older or that you'll just get used to it. Sleep is not a luxury, it's foundational for health, especially during midlife. So let's recap. Hormonal changes, especially dips in estrogen and progesterone, are the main drivers of poor sleep during perimenopause and menopause. 3 a.m. wake-ups often relate to cortisol patterns, anxiety, and lighter sleep. There are many effective strategies from lifestyle changes to medical interventions that can make a real difference. If sleep is becoming a nightly battle, talk to a healthcare provider who understands perimenopause and menopause. Advocate for yourself. You deserve rest and a full night's sleep. Sleep disruption is incredibly common, but we don't talk about it enough. By using some of the advice given here, your sleep will be improved, and remember, sleep is not a luxury, it's your given right. So next week on the podcast, we are looking at why the perimenopause and menopause causes aching joints and muscles. Thank you for spending time with me today on Menopause Nurse Memos. If this episode resonates with you or you know someone who needs to hear it, then share and leave your comments in the chat. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. You are worth it.